Hi, I'm going to be recording my desktop and showing some of the features of Linux and stuff that I actually like about it. Just give you a general idea of what it's like in Linux. Okay, first of all, you should note that there are different interfaces that you can choose from when you select a Linux distro, as they're called. I'm running the GNOME interface at the moment. And also there's a load of different distributions which all behave in different ways, all have like different underlying files and stuff behind them, and they have a lot of different features. I'm running Ubuntu and the default interface is GNOME, so I've chosen GNOME anyway. Okay, normally Linux, it comes with quite a few good little programs. Some of the programs I've installed myself, but it comes with most of the stuff that you need already. I installed Google Chrome myself, but it comes with Firefox, which is quite good for a browser, but sometimes takes up a bit too much memory. That's why I use Chrome at the moment. But I can't really complain too much about it because it does the job quite well. So as you can see, internet works fine. Really what you expect from any operating system. See, it loads Google up pretty quickly. More down to the speed rather than speed of the internet rather than anything else. But the one thing I am going to say is that the drivers for my wireless card, which isn't a built-in one, it's an external USB one, they were found automatically. When I first started using Linux, first started trying out different versions of Linux, the actual drivers were very difficult to get working and they were very hard to find, but I think things have moved on since then. Mainly I think that's down to the manufacturers of the devices not wanting to provide they're not wanting to provide the source code for the drivers and not wanting to provide support for other operating systems, mainly due to getting money from Microsoft, I assume. Most of them do get money from them, or some other kind of incentive. Anyway, that's going off the point at the moment. Right. I'll show you some of the things that come with it. You get GIMP image editor. Well, actually, I'm not sure if you do. I think you do. I have to check on that one. But very easy to install other software. Most of the software I've got installed at the moment has come from there, other than the Windows applications that I've got on my desktop, which you can run under Linux. But in order to do that, you need Wine, which is it's called a compatibility layer. A lot of people think of it as an emulator, but technically it isn't an emulator. It just allows access to some of the standards and files that Windows uses. Not all of them, because some of them are copyrighted, so you can't, unfortunately. Obviously Microsoft aren't happy to make it easy for Wine to be compatible with it. Anyway, so you can choose the size of image you want on GIMP and you draw a picture and stuff. That's been a bit slow, but normally it works fine. It's because I'm recording it. Anyway, okay. So you get all standard stuff. You get open office applications. It's okay for doing, the standard things like, writing a letter, or, making a simple presentation, or, putting your finances into a spreadsheet. I don't really know many people who organise all their finances on a computer, but it's there if you wanted to. But again, if you really need Microsoft Office, you can install it, which I have done. Some of the programs don't work properly because, well, they are Microsoft programs, so they're not going to be too Linux friendly. Well, Excel seems to work fine on my system, so load that up. Yeah, so taking its time, as most Microsoft programs do. Anyway, so you can see, it's there, it seems to work fine. You can do right now. Equals sum C3 to C10. Oops, there we go. C10, and close that, and then I can put those numbers in there and it will add them up, as you can see. So simple demonstration of Microsoft Excel in Linux. Again, the OpenOffice version seems to do that just the same. Obviously, I'm not going to go into detail about Excel because it's very boring and tedious, as this video seems to be turning out to be anyway. Right, okay, so I seem to have more games on here than anything else, which is quite ironic considering I am running Linux. You're not going to be able to run the best games under Linux, but if you're not really that into games, it's just fine. But if you're into your retro games, you can run DOSBox, which seems to run fine, and a lot of the older Windows programs seem to work better under Wine than the new ones do. Anyway, so yeah, you got all the DOS commands and everything in DOSBox. Also, it's good for running if you've got a load of old DOS software that you use still. You can use that under there. I don't know anyone who still uses DOS software, but anyway. So yeah, got a few Windows programs. Second Life, that works under Linux, but I don't use it that much because I'm not that into it. I was just testing it out really. Blender, a very good graphical modelling program. Something which I haven't got the first clue how to use, but everyone I've talked to says it's brilliant. So yeah, you can make shapes and join them together and make 3D objects and stuff. I don't really know too much about it. I just again installed it to see if it works fine under my system. It seems to work well. So yeah. Well, a lot of the stuff I have downloaded myself, like speech synthesizer. See, I'm not sure if that's the one that's good or the one that's really bad. I was trying different ones out and I thought I'd see if, yeah, that seems to work okay. Okay, that doesn't sound right. Anyway. Yeah, it seems to work fine now. Anyway, so get Skype. Should load okay. Oh yeah, Skype. So you can use Skype if you've got a Skype account. Yeah, and you've got Pigeon, which is a program that I'm not going to show you because I'm logged into it at the moment. I don't want you knowing everyone who I know. Okay, right. Okay, you've got a built-in video program, which isn't too bad. It seems to work fine. But I prefer VLC myself, so I installed that off the software center. So you can run your videos from that. Open a file. Let's see, a file. Hard drive. To videos. So you can watch a film on there or wherever. It probably won't work too well, but so you watch films. Charlie Sheen looking as old as he does now for some reason. I don't understand that. Okay, so that's basic stuff. You've got a video player, you've got a web browser, you've got Office applications, you've got an image editing application. I think probably already mentioned that. You've got Disk Burner, which if you're burning disks, very useful. Seems to work okay, but there are better programs out there. Kdenlive, this is one that I'll mention. I haven't really had much experience with it, but as far as I can tell, it's a brilliant video editing package, vastly superior to Windows Movie Maker, which is something you get built in with Windows. Not many other programs you get with Windows that are, well, get free for Windows that are any as good as this. This only seems to have distributions out for Linux and Mac OS. So if you've got a Mac or Linux, you can use that. So yeah, you can import videos, edit them, whatever, make your own little web series. Yes, that's the basics of it, I think. The control panel, instead of being like just one control panel, it's split into every different function and put onto a menu. So, so you can add and remove stuff as you want. You add different hardware, or you've got different features. You can change the settings. As you see, I'm running a very high resolution, but the video recording software seems to work really well with it, surprisingly. I only have a cheap graphics card. It is a a graphics card rather than being onboard graphics, which is probably a good thing, because onboard graphics I don't think will be able to do this. So yeah, Yo Frankie, that was actually, as far as I know, that was actually made in Blender by someone, well, by the company who actually made Blender. It's an okay game. It doesn't seem to work that well on some systems, but that's probably just me not setting it up properly. You got some simple games. You got Solitaire, like you do with most operating systems. Like, some of the rules on this are a little bit different than the Windows ones, because you have a limited amount of redeals, and then it'll lock up, and you have to carry on playing the game without the redeals, and that can obviously cause you to lose if you're in a bit of a tight spot. Again, makes the game more challenging, I suppose, more fun that way. Okay, so I think I've demonstrated most of the stuff that comes with it, really. Most of the important stuff that comes with it. I'll show you Software Center, which is really good way of getting software onto Linux, because when I first started, and I think I was using Fedora, it's a really old version of Fedora, I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to get software onto Linux, how to install stuff. And I tried different ones like Slacks and I think it's Lycurus Desktop LX or whatever it was called. I don't think they make it anymore, really. But so you got the Software Center here. You got different categories. It's organised really well. I like how it's done anyway. You won't have all of these when you first start on Linux, because some of these are added by the software, added by yourself if you add them. When I installed Google Chrome, I added this option onto it, so you can get all the latest betas and unstable versions of Chrome. I've only got the stable version because I don't really want to be messing about with it crashing all the time. Again, Wine, you get the same. You get an option, you can choose the beta release or the normal one. Why it says dummy package there, I don't know. For some reason you've got an independent category, but it's only got one game, and I think that comes with Linux. For purchase, so you can. There is commercial software out for Linux. Not many commercial packages out for Linux, but there are some. That one I don't understand, because you seem to be able to run Windows videos just fine without that, but it's there if you need it, I suppose. You got Software Creator, which seems like a equivalent to like Flash or something, or Java. You can make little programs you can run on the web. A couple of games. I actually had World of Goo at one point. It was a really good game. Really does show what can be done, on loads of different operating systems without the need for proprietary development software or anything like that, or lockdowns, files and stuff. I'm not sure if it's open source, might be, but commercial software and being open source at the same time seems a bit confusing to me. Yeah, so that's about it really. Hope you've enjoyed this. I probably showed it in a really boring light, but giving you an idea of what you can expect in Linux, and hopefully persuaded you that you might want to try it, or you might want to consider other operating systems.